Hey guys, guten Morgen aus Deutschland, good morning from Germany. Actually, I wasn't going to react to Chantal anymore at all because she's just eaten herself to death. But with her reheating the Canada arc, I figured I'm going to give my 2 cents here. And then I decided I'm going to react to the highlights of the recent 2 live streams. And then I realized that the one you see on the left here chatting with Mariam is only her off camera. And so I'm going to drop that. And so I'm only going to react to the highlights of this one here. Highlights meaning that I'm going to re-listen to it. I'm not going to put you through that again though, because most of you have watched it already. And so I'm just going to cut out the relevant parts. I'm going to try, if she eats, I haven't watched it yet. If she eats, I'm going to try to cut it out because nobody needs to watch that anymore. And right off the bat, she looks horrific. I mean, holy smokes. She's got the marks of her CPAP machine on her face, which means she's not even awake long enough for the marks to go away so that she can say, hey, I'm going to wait a couple of hours and then the marks are going to be gone. She probably sleeps most of the day. I could totally see that happening. So it seems to me that she is torn between the 2 countries or the 2 lives, Canada or Kuwait. And I think one of the advantages that she sees in being in Kuwait is that she can wrap her head like that to where we don't see the 3 chins anymore. And she just got done tying the string of that hoodie she's wearing. And I think she's just trying to hide. That is part of the reason why she prefers the Kuwait arc. I love how when she titled the live stream, not this one though, the one before that, she titled it Huge Announcement. And to us, it is not a huge announcement when she says she's going to do something because she usually never follows up. And so, who at this point in time is really sitting at the edge of their seats when she here says that she has an announcement? Nobody is.
Ageless Beauty, I am not going now.
That was to be expected. um, because I feel that it was that one live stream over, just all over again, where she said that she doesn't feel that like she could be the wife that Salah needs. She can't have children. She can't keep a household, and then she ended up going to Canada, and then the whole um, Salah debacle happened, and then she ran back home to him just to make sure that she still has a man in her life. And by home, I mean Kuwait, but with her, I know the feeling, guys. I know the feeling. It is not an easy thing to be from one country and live in another country, but you just deal with it. You consciously make a decision, and then you live with the fact that you have family in your home country, and you live in another country. And with me, it's I'm from Germany, and I lived in the States for 11 years, and I wasn't homesick once, and that is because I was there with my heart. I consciously made the decision to leave Germany to live in the States, and I was open for everything that was going on over there. I knew the temperatures, the climate of the area. In my case, it was Virginia, where I lived. And I wasn't as torn as she was. And I gotta say, I had a husband that an American husband that I went to the States with, and I had my daughter with me and a cat. And when I came back, I didn't feel bad about. Yeah, yes, of course it was hard to say goodbye, to the States, and I had gotten accustomed to that life, but I wasn't torn like she is. She's very torn, and I believe that is because she doesn't root her decisions in um really thinking about life and really consciously living a life. Otherwise, she wouldn't be so torn between the two countries now. She keeps going back and forth, and I can totally see her dilemma. Um, she has no grasp of her life whatsoever. She keeps spiraling out of control when it comes to food. And in Canada, she could take all kinds of drugs and just numb her feelings and continue to eat. And in Kuwait, she has Salah, where she's feeling a little bit of shame, I believe. But she's still eating herself to death. And so, what needs to happen is for her to change her mindset and for her to like make some kind of connections to her emotions. Otherwise, she'll be lost and we'll just see another one eat herself to death.
Cassidy, I'm feeling mentally a bit better today. Yeah. I feel better that I've made like a final decision and
It's not a final decision, and we all know it. She's just flip flopping because she can't decide between the advantages and disadvantages of both countries. And one common denominator has to be that the change is coming from her. She has to decide she wants to save her life. But I believe that she is under the impression that life is not worth living without stuffing her face all day long. And she's trying to fit into Salah's plan, like maybe traveling, going out there, being more active. And she's not managing to do that. In Canada, we would push her to give updates on weight loss surgery or health updates. And I remember when she said while she was in Canada, before I think it was before uh, Salah's attempt to be with another woman came up. She said that in Canada she would get herself an apartment and only eat herself to death.
I feel better that I've made like a final decision and I don't have to worry about these. I can settle in. I'm going to try to find things to do here. Maybe take some Quran study, maybe take some Arabic lessons. Um,
She has to start focusing on her health, otherwise she's doomed.
Thanks, Fernanda. We're going to see. But, I don't know. Ramadan's around the corner. I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, what are you gonna do all day? Really focus on your life and not eat? What are you gonna do? Sleep most of the day, probably.
And I'm excited also to bring you content. So, yes.
What's with the bunny face?
Thank you. My eyes, my cat. Ugh, I gotta stop hugging and kissing my cat.
Right, because you love your cat so much.
Tell me a bedtime story. Aw, I know it, just beauty. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. I know what that's like. I just came out of a rough patch.
But she never comes out of it with the decision to extend her lifespan. Never. Not once.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with Salah, or anything like that. I honestly, it's just always conflicted between both worlds. That's all.
Yeah, because you're not in it with your heart, you know. I did not miss Germany the way you miss Canada when you're in Kuwait. It is so strange. Home is where the heart is, girl.
I have an undercat, but I need to go shopping. I wanted to go today to go to look at some hijabs and make like a vlog of going out shopping, but like I can't get my sleeping under control, and yeah, I just wasn't feeling good. Like, I don't know.
But how do you expect for your body to get any kind of strength with the crap you eat?
Yes, babe, I'm excited for Ramadan. Second Ramadan with you. It is normal, I think. I think I realize that, but I feel so bad, like, you know.
I already know. I have a feeling. I hope she's gonna prove me wrong, but I have a feeling that she's gonna spend Ramadan just sleeping all day and eating all night.
Yeah. Depression is physically exhausting on your body, you know? And I see a lot of mental health shaming, like so much of it. Like, you're just lazy. Oh my gosh, you have to do this, you have to do that. I agree though, like, it's almost impossible to do it when you're feeling super exhausted, but I
I love the TED Talks from these ladies that don't get any professional help. They don't go on any medication that would help them. And we keep seeing them just spiral out of control. And then they hold TED Talks about mental health.
it's like I kind of feel like I have to try to push myself to do things, and then you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but that is a trait that you and Amber are lacking to start off with. You know, never pushing yourself to the limit, never getting out of your comfort zone, just always making excuses why you can't push your own boundaries to where you would actually increase your stamina or your mental health or your physical health, you know. Always the easy way out, always stuffing face, getting bigger in every vlog, and holding TED Talks about how rough life is.
getting out does make me feel better, but I just can't do it sometimes. I feel, hi Heather, when I'm really exhausted from just being so depressed. And I know bed rotting is not healthy either. That's where I say I have to force myself, but like you have to go through before you feel better, you have to feel worse. It's like, do you know what I mean? You
Okay, but where do you draw the line? Where do you say, okay, I've let my body rot enough and I've eaten enough unhealthy meals on camera trying to make money and realizing that it's not making me a whole lot of money, just the bare minimum, and I'm gonna have to change something. You know, when does that point come for you?
have to be so uncomfortable at first, and it's so hard. Like your mind just tricks you into staying the same. It's really messed up.
Yeah, that's what they call trying to get out of your comfort zone, which you and Amber never do.
I was seeing a lot. So this thing has been coming up on my For You page. This $120 million wedding of this like Indian billionaire's son, Anant. I forget their last name. If you put all of the billion, even just a couple billionaires together, they could like legit solve all of the world's monetary problems. I
I absolutely agree with that. I find it disgusting that there are so many, you know, in quotation marks, so many billionaires on this planet, even billionaires, and let's say, I don't know, 200 million or whatever, right? Half a billion, whatever. Why do they hold on to this much money? It's disgusting to me. While so many people on the planet are suffering. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Look how tired she looks.
It is 1:18 here a.m.
Yeah. So that means that she slept all day, she's up all night, and that's how she's going to do it. That's how she's going to make it through Ramadan.
A few minutes later.
So, guys, here's the thing. She looks increasingly bored. She's only doing it to make money. And I have stuff to do, and I overestimated how many important things she says in this live stream. And so I'm going to come to an end here. Just my basic thoughts have not changed. I disrespected her the moment she took off from Canada to go back to Kuwait to continue this farce of a relationship with that Syrian guy. And and then she pretended to have health problems again, and you know, and oh, of course she went to the hospital. She had it taken care of, right? But I believe that she has given up, just like Amber. That's why I'm losing interest in these two. They're spinning in circles, and look at her. She looks like shit. I mean, look at the hoodie that she's got on. She's got it tied on the right side of her face, looking at it from her point of view. And I believe she has to come to terms with the fact that she's given up on life, because if she hadn't, then she would be motivated to change things about her life. And that comes from within. That doesn't depend on the continent you're living on or the circumstances you live under. That has to come from within, and there's no change in sight when it comes to her. Um, do I think that she just lied about wanting to go back to Canada? No, I believe she is that confused because she's trying to weasel her way through life, and no matter what option she chooses, Canada or Kuwait, there's work involved. She has to do work in order to stay alive, but I believe she doesn't care. I believe the whole Islamic arc or the Muslim arc is only a cover up, a literal cover up for her to put a costume on so that she doesn't have to show her entire body anymore. But at this point, her body is so large that even when she wears the full Muslim gear, outfit, all the clothing, that is required, she still looks hideous because she is that large already. And so, yeah, I'm gonna cut it off here. She has to change, otherwise she's going to go down the drain. And her going back and forth between Kuwait and Canada, it makes no difference. She wasn't motivated to do anything to extend her lifespan when she was in Canada. I doubt that Salah was the only reason why she came back, but she wanted to escape actually having to do things to change her life. And now that she's back in Kuwait, and she did lie. She said in a previous live stream that she never said that healthcare is cheaper in Kuwait. She did say it, and I believe she mentioned something about $33 or $3 or whatever. It's all lies, so the details make no difference. But she tried to lie about it. Now she's trying to sell the Kuwaiti arc again. Fine by me. I'm not interested in that because I see her as somebody. I mean, look at that. She doesn't care about the way she looks. She doesn't care about if she lives or not. And all she cares about is having the money to continue ordering the food. And she can only come up with that money by sitting in front of that camera and acting like she's interested in anything but eating. And so, yeah, I'm done with that. Thank you for sitting with me through this bullshit. I thought there was more essential stuff that was being said in this live stream. I was wrong, but I'm not going back to the other one. I have more important things to do than watching a 500-pounder bullshit her way through a live stream. And so I'm gone. Thank you for listening to this. I hope y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.